Hello again. So our next pose is Virasana or hero's pose. So we've already learned Vajrasana. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see. Vajrasana, feet and knees are together. Virasana, knees stay together, but the feet come out. We're going to roll the calf muscles out of the way and sit the hips down between the feet. So you can see my hips don't quite come down here today. So I'm going to put a blanket underneath for support. And so this is a really intense pose. Actually, one of my favorite teachers starts every single class in this position because it's such a great way to build flexibility and strength in your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips. It rejuvenates the entire lower body. So what we're doing is putting ourselves in a pretty deep compression here. And then when we come up and out of this shape, we get all fresh new fluids rushing in and sort of massaging the joints and massaging the muscles. And so that's a really great practice for us to keep our lower body really fresh and feeling energized. And so you can stay upright in this pose or take a reclined variation. So I'm gonna, of course, have my knees together, feet separated. I'm gonna roll my calf muscles out of the way, put my blanket right back down so I'm supported here. Good. And then I'm just gonna make sure that I don't have any pain in my knees. That's the big one, this deep, deep flexion for the knees. So just be sure your students are good here before you offer any other variations. The tops of the feet should be on the floor and pointed straight back. And then some of you and some of your students will just bring your hands to the floor, fingertips pointed forward, tuck the tailbone slightly and look forward. So keeping the chest lifted, just a little kind of half fold here. And if you want to go any deeper, like onto your forearms or all the way down onto your back, just make sure that you're still lengthening the tailbone. So we don't want a big back bend. We want to keep the tailbone long as we work our way deeper into the pose. So again, some of you may be able to lay all the way down on your back here. It will depend a lot on your anatomy, how you are actually built, but also the condition of your body on any given day. So how much coffee you've had, if you are well hydrated, how much sugar or junk food you've had as opposed to how many vegetables, like how warm your body is, how much you've worked out, or how many yoga classes you've done in the last couple of days. So just be really mindful about being honest with yourself. And like, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the most difficult poses that we cover because it just really takes a lot of strength and a lot of flexibility and a lot of mindfulness. So just really be honest with yourself every single day about what your body is capable of on that day, because it's going to change. That's why we call it a yoga practice, because we do it daily, constantly, and it changes constantly. And some days we have a really lot of ease in our body and success in more challenging poses, and some days not so much. So just really be honest with yourself, be slow with yourself, and if this is a pose that you're just like, absolutely not, that's not gonna work for me, then don't worry about it. You don't have to teach it, you don't have to practice it. It's just something there for you to investigate on your own and play with your body and get to know yourself. So Virasana, hero's pose, very aptly named, I think, because it takes a little bit of a hero mentality to have the patience to keep working towards comfort in this pose.